Welcome to the Kentucky X-Files, Season 2, with your hosts Dennis Mays, Tyler Stewart, and Josh Gibbs. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, so you never miss an episode. Now, on to our show.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
You're not introing this like normal, are you? Because we're not there yet. It's Thursday is the day. That's what everybody's waiting for, right?
You know, the bad part about it is we didn't get a chance to intro the other one.
Which one? The super secret episode 1 of season 3? The one that's happening this Thursday?
Oh, is it this Thursday?
It's this Thursday.
Oh my.
So I love out there. I've been keeping up. I've been keeping up with your comments out there, you rascals. We can't wait for season 3. These are good shows, but season 3, we get it. You know, we had to take our break, man.
Let us rest.
Yeah, it takes a lot of beauty rest to sound good,
right?
You know,
that's the thing. Like, I don't think that anybody that doesn't do anything like this, I don't think they realize if you're listening to a 45-minute episode, that's 3 hours more.
Yeah.
Work, maybe 4 hours.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah.
To be completely honest,
a lot of stress.
It takes every bit of 4 hours to make a 1 hour episode.
It does.
You know?
Yeah.
So when you do 8 hours of this a week, it's time for a break.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's our full-time job, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Depends on you guys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys
like, share, subscribe, all that stuff?
Possibly you.
Yeah. Subscribing and liking and thumbs upping and sending us $1,000 an episode.
No. Don't do that.
Yep.
Best way to, if you want to give us money, go to our Patreon.
I'm just saying, it's one of them things, like, you keep saying it. Eventually, if I say it enough times, somebody out there is going to be like, you know what? I'm going to shut this guy up for once and for all. I'm going to send him $1,000.
Yeah.
And he sends us $1,000. Then I start saying, okay, if you guys want to send $5,000.
No, it's probably going to be a kid that took his mom's credit card, and then we're.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be there.
We're not liable at that point.
It's a good investment, really. You think
it really is. I mean, your kid could be spending money on drugs.
That's
true. He sent the KYX files.
Hey, Mom, I'm spending money on Kentucky X Files. What? Hopefully she's like, I love those guys. Good job, son. You know, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
They probably want to know what our pick for this week is.
I feel like I suggested it as a going forward tradition.
No.
Is that we play the season finale of the previous season.
Season 1 finale?
Season 1
The one
finale.
where we went live?
The one where we somewhat accidentally went live?
Yeah. It's a work in progress.
It was a real, like, stumble in the dark. Like, ooh.
That was fun, though, man. We were drinking mead. We were drinking beers. We were jamming, talking to people on our chat. That was a good time, man. I loved our season 2 live chat. That was badass. To get some of the people that came and popped in and said hi, dude, that was so awesome. I know.
Awesome. Yeah, season 1 guests.
Yeah, man. It's like, damn, dude, really? This is so awesome. So you guys out there, this is it. This is literally it right now. This is the last time season 2 is gonna happen. Anything that has to do with season 2, it ends right here.
We had our season finale of 2, but now this is the actual.
This is the season 1, season 2 finale.
Season.
Did we just Barbara Streisand?
I think we did. Yeah.
This is our farewell tour was a month ago, and we're still farewelling.
Yeah.
It's
like, remember Ozzy? He kept doing the No More Tears or No More Tours again.
Yeah.
For the last time again.
We're Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers, dude. He gets to come back and do the same shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, here
I'm
it is.
just saying, like, he gets the time off too.
He does take
kinda,
time.
He's
He's got to resurrect.
He's got to resurrect, and it takes time to resurrect.
That takes a minute.
It takes time,
You know?
man. It's a lot of calories.
This winter, for the last time, for the first time, again. Finally. Again. So Thursday's it. Season 3 kicks off. And I'm still not going to tell you who we have on for our first guest for season 3. You're gonna have to tune in. You're gonna have to tune in.
No.
You know, not telling yet. It's a secret.
No.
Super secret surprise.
Can't
be fun,
twist
though.
our arms. Can't twist our arms.
Yeah.
Nope. Not gonna say it. No.
So let's play it. Let's play.
I'll tell you. Throw some money. Throw some money. Throw that money at the Patreon. I'll tell you.
It would be hilarious if you like threw something to his side and it knocked him down.
It only works on your screen because you're above me.
Piss.
So yeah, that is a good thing that to mention though, that the Patreon people, they technically do get the new episode a day early. So if you're a Patreon person, you get to see it early. But if not, we'll see you Thursday for the season 3 kickoff. Man, it's going to be a blast. This year we're going to get stupid. This year it's getting dumb. We're going to get wild. You can't see it, but Tyler's making all kinds of gestures. A lot of stuff going on there. I don't know what else to say. You know what? Here's the season 1 finale live with your 3 drunkenly hosts having fun. So enjoy it. See you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
Welcome back, guys, to the
Season 1 finale.
Season 1 finale.
Season 1 finale.
Of the
season 1.
The Kentucky X-Files. It's been a long year.
Ah.
I
don't know why.
We can't finish it without that.
Yep. I can't believe we made it. We survived. You know,
Paula Green says, "What's up, guys? One in East Tennessee here."
hell yeah. Welcome to the show. We are recording the episode for Monday, and you're on it with us because we're, if you have questions or things you want to add to it, hit us. Even if it's makes us look dumb.
Yeah,
That's okay too.
we're good at that.
We are very good at that. Should have seen us trying to set a live up.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love how you keep bringing us into this.
Well,
That's your iPhone.
We're a team. This is a team.
This is a team.
We are a team.
One fails, we all fail.
That's
Yep.
it. So yeah, a year. They said that most podcasts fizzle out within a couple months. I think ours is fizzling over years.
Fizzling over years.
We're a nice
Well,
slow burn.
you've always put it this way. When we get something, when we do something, we always we beat it to the ground. Like
Hey.
we just beat a dead horse.
Dumpster fires are hard to put out.
That is true.
That's a fair point.
But I feel like we're just so stubborn that we're just we're not giving up.
No, never give up.
Never give up.
Ever. Plus, all these people keep encouraging us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so this is technically your guys' fault, really.
that's true.
But okay,
If you didn't encourage us, we would have just laid down somewhere.
let's take a little hiatus on making fun of ourselves.
Yeah, it's a
So-
good idea.
What are we going to talk about, guys? Like I feel like we said that we want to.
We have a whole year of stuff.
Yeah.
Travis!
Oh my God,
Travis, what's up?
he's here.
Travis made it now.
God dang it, you scared the crap out of me with
Sorry,
that.
I forgot the mic is still up loud there. That's my fault. Travis! We're coming to your house, Travis.
No, we're not.
Do
We're
me a favor,
not.
Tyler.
All
Hit
this.
Start the timer. We never started the timer.
Oh,
We
true.
didn't start. We always start a timer to kind of stop us from rambling for hours. Hello from Mansfield, Ohio, Jimmy Ruger.
Ruger.
That's my fault.
Roger.
Jimmy Ruger. Well, Ruger's a lot cooler.
Yeah, that's a lot cooler.
That's a lot cooler, to be honest. Yeah.
Big fan of Rugers.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we have a whole year of stuff that we've people we've talked to, things we looked into, stuff we've debunked,
Yeah.
some stuff that we weren't real sure about. Some stuff I'm still like, holy crap, what did I just look at? And I think we got to the bottom of the
hand?
the hand thing. I feel like we got that one in the bag.
We nailed
Yeah.
that one for
Yeah,
sure.
that was definitely some
So, like,
somebody
okay,
hoorahing us.
let's throw this out. Like, hey, what is your guys' favorite episode?
Oh God,
I'll throw that out there.
you guys too. What's your favorite
Yeah,
episode?
yeah, put it in the-
We can literally see you on the screen right here talking to us. So
I would, I'm going to say the Sea Monster episode.
The Sea
And
Monster.
it's just because the amount of fun we had at the end of it.
marinara.
Marinette.
Oh my god, that was bull crap. I feel like everybody in this chat is going to say that's bull crap.
I had a lot of fun.
You guys
recording
were heckling me the whole time with that dang crap.
It was done out of love.
it. Can you
Yeah.
guys hear us pretty good? Because we do have the phone a long way away from us.
Yeah. Did you watch the 168 hours documentary? I started it and I fell asleep. But I did start it and I do have it saved and I am digging into it. So far, it's pretty damn interesting.
And the one that I found was the 168 hours.
What website were you on?
That was the Bollywood thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That I've saved that screenshot that I took from that.
At first, I thought you actually watched that. What was James Franco's movie, 172 Hours?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
I
it
forgot
was-
about that one.
No, it was a Bollywood movie, but the main screen of their ad for it, the look on this woman's face, it gets funnier the more you zoom in on it, and I kept zooming it in and
You
sending
kept sending it to me. So my favorite episode that we did over the year
Yeah.
is Sweet Candace.
Yeah.
Sweet Candace.
I
I don't know if she's gonna be on the chat tonight. I hope she shows up. But
Yeah.
I loved Candace's episode because
Yeah, that was a good one.
it kept me locked in. I was locked into it, and I couldn't be into it enough. Like I was,
If you guys actually watch that, listen to that episode, not watch, my bad. That's next season watching. But yeah, her episode, like, she had so much stuff going on in that area.
Yeah. It was a lot of activity, and she didn't let any detail go either.
Yeah.
The slightest little thing that was off to her, she was throwing it in there, and it just gave me personally just a field day of like, okay, well, what was this? How does that relate to that? And I've heard of this over here with this other story, so it was fun, but later on we lost track of her.
Yeah.
Because we were touching base with her to keep up with her, and then literally, like, at first it started with, I'm telling Tyler, I'm like, dude, I sent Candace a couple messages, and
Yeah.
I'm not getting nothing back. And then all of her stuff was gone completely.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I came to you and I'm
this
like,
is a little weird.
okay, I don't know what to think yet, but she's completely gone. Like, she's not there. She's not responding. And then we started putting messages out on Facebook, and we basically were putting her face on milk cartons at that point. And then finally, she got back to me, and I'm like, "Oh my God, Candace, we were so worried.
Yeah.
You're okay. We thought a dog man got you. You know what I mean? It was like, because she just gone.
Yeah, I remember you saying, there was no trace of her. Because you said that she contacted you on Facebook.
Yeah.
And her Facebook was gone, everything. And then you said, you were saying about the whole messages being deleted.
Yeah, the YouTube messages getting deleted and all that.
Oh, no, I meant your messages from
Oh,
Candace.
yeah.
Emails, my bad.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay, yeah. They were going to nowhere.
Well, the show disappeared shortly after that too, didn't it?
What's that?
Didn't the show disappear off Spotify?
Yeah, it did. It was
Yeah.
it was pulled off of Spotify for a week or something for something. I think it was because I uploaded the theme song to the thing, and then
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
I
forgot.
got a copyright strike against myself.
And it was your song. You wrote it.
So I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah.
But yeah, what's Travis saying here? It's hard for me to pick one. I really liked the episode where Denny told his story. Candace's
Good
episode
episode.
was great, and the 2 episodes with Lee. Yeah, absolutely. Lee.
Thank you, Travis. That was actually, I was just about to say that. My favorite episode was Denny's story. I just feel like it brought this together because his experience, even though that you didn't have like an actual sighting, but
it kicked it off for me.
It kicked it off for you, and I feel like it's the root of this whole podcast.
It's 20 years of wondering what the hell.
Again, like, I feel like that's
kind of getting.
In the way you're helping everybody else to just let it out, just talk about it, because you don't want to be sitting there for 20 years wondering what the heck that sound. At least give your mind some peace. Like, at least go through it or talk to somebody about it.
You hear something, really strange, out of nowhere, scares the hell out of you, and then it's like the very next, for that whole night, you're creeped out. I got a friend there with me. He's creeped out. We're both freaking out, And then the next day, it's like you sleep it off. The next day, it slowly starts kind of not being real.
Yeah.
And then later on, it comes back around. And, out of nowhere, you just for me, it was, I'd just be, messing around on the internet or anything. And I could almost hear that sound. Like in the back of my head. And then I got on this quest where I'm like, I want to go online and I want to try to find what animal made this.
Yeah.
And, I know for at least 11 years or more, I searched. And I was not looking for Bigfoot or Dogman or cryptids. I was looking for like mountain lions and screech owls and birds. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I don't know if you guys know this, but I have roosters on the farm, and they make one of the most horrendous sounds out of nowhere in the middle of the black. Like, I mean, pitch black outside, and I have roosters all over. They roost wherever they want, and they're and I'm walking to my car, and I hear, and I'm like, okay.
That scared me.
That's a rooster, and he's one dead son of a bitch if I find him. He catches me on the wrong morning, and we're having rooster for dinner that night.
Yeah.
But it was over and over again. I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm not finding a sound that even remotely sounded like what I was looking for until I landed on Thinker Thunker that day and pressed play. He's like, he does this like, this Thinker Thunker thing, and he does this whole thing, and then he's got some sounds, and he presses play, and I hear the sound, and I'm like, wait a second. What? This dude's a Bigfoot researcher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, contrary to belief, before this little show, wasn't really into Bigfoot at all. Wasn't really into any of it. Not into, wasn't into Dogman.
Can confirm.
Wasn't onto, wasn't nothing. I was like, it's whatever. Then that day happened, and I heard the sound again, and then that kind of just spiraled me right down this rabbit hole where I'm like, okay, so if they're hearing the same sound that I heard, and they don't know what the hell it is, and then I found 5 or 6 others from different parts of the United States, all the way up into Canada. I mean, just the distances was nuts. Same sound, same screaming sound. And I'm like, okay, for one, what animal makes this sound that lives in all these places? You know what I mean? So it was, sorry about that, Travis. Didn't mean to tell you a book there, but it literally was what started this.
I feel
for
like
me,
I kicked that off there.
It did.
But I feel like there's a.
That's my daughter, Waterlad. That's my daughter. Hi, Sam. Sam was on the first episodes, like 2 or 3 episodes.
2 episodes.
She was on the first 2.
Yeah.
She says she's sorry she's late.
That's okay. We were late to our live too.
Yeah, we were late.
We were 8 minutes late to our own live.
We were late, and then we were more late because we couldn't get it to.
Live's hard.
Yeah, live is hard.
Going live is hard.
Yeah.
This is kind of a test run. It's a test run. Maybe we can do this more often. I don't know. Maybe we'll get better at it. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Julius Rodriguez, Big D in the gang. What's up, man? That's Frog. Froge. Froge. Frog Squatch.
Frog Scratch.
Yeah, he's the one that gave me the cup.
Oh,
yeah, he gave me the Squatch Lives Matter.
that's
Awesome.
sweet of him.
He is. He's a sweet guy.
He's a sweet
I
lad.
wish he was my son. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, there was a
No, the other day I told him that I told Sam that I wish that Frog was my daughter. She was like, "What?" I'm just kidding.
But have you noticed anything weird that's happened in this like first season? Like something that kind of like was a little off. Other than you had the deleting messages, and
That was weird.
I think we threw this out a while back ago.
I wish I was your daughter too.
There was a time we were talking about. We were talking to a guy. I think it was around Cave Run.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
the phone thing.
The phone kept cutting out, and
That was weird.
remember my
'Cause
phone.
He just said it.
Yeah, he said there was drones going over his house, and my phone, like randomly, normally a phone when it says it wants to update, it'll tell you like, or it'll give you a thing. It started to get burning hot,
Yeah.
and then
it
just
was weird.
randomly,
Didn't it try to update on you?
and then it updated, like,
Yeah.
but never asked me because normally it'll tell you, do you want to schedule a time?
Yeah.
But it just got burning hot and then just updated, and I like. You could say it's coincidence, but that was a weird coincidence.
Right.
Like,
It was
like
weird.
the timing. That
was Kevin.
I was just about to say
the
that
episode
Kevin.
with Kevin. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was friends with what's his name,
Josh.
Grierson.
Yep.
Grierson. Yeah, he's the truck driver, right?
Yeah, he was. I think he's. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's moved over into working on trucks now.
Oh, cool.
So I think he. I don't know. I
Is-
might be
I-
speaking out of turn. I don't know.
Have you
but
like? I haven't heard too much about like from him. Has he still been going out?
I don't know. I used to. Hey, that's the epic animator. That is my son.
Nice.
My wonderful son that has helped me debunk a lot of garbage. He is an animator, and if you want to see some mind-blowing stuff, definitely check out his channel. I don't know how he does it. He's so talented. I don't really know. I really like. He sits there and explains it to me, and I don't get it, but I can show him any. You know, if it's been faked or animated, he literally is like Eagle Eye. He can like ha and picks it out in a heartbeat, and he'll show me why. You know, it's amazing.
He's pretty good at helping old guys use Discord too.
Oh yeah, he's really good at that. Him
laugh-
and Sam.
Yeah, they both laughed at us hysterically
Yeah.
for a while.
They laugh at me a lot at home too.
Yeah.
When you guys aren't around, they pick on me quite a bit.
I believe that. That makes
Travis
sense.
says that is super weird. My phone always asks me before it will update. I have to be hooked up to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like
It was out of nowhere.
it was out of nowhere, and it was why we were talking because the phone was going in and out. Like we had to call Kevin like 6 times.
Yeah.
And I had full reception, nothing, and this was the first time we've called people a bunch of times, all the time.
We're not really good with phone calls on this show, though.
I just remembered.
What? Okay.
Well, okay.
Did I do something?
There's an episode that you guys never got to hear because we could not make it audible for you guys.
Oh yeah.
We talked to a guy who was I can't remember exactly what the organization is, and I don't want to make fun of it. It wasn't his fault,
It just
but
was
the
terrible.
connection was so bad from his end that when we were talking to him, we're like, yeah, so you have a Sasquatch club that you're doing, and it was like. Me and him literally looked at each other like.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the bad part is we went on with it. We toughed it out and went all the way to the end of this interview, and then it was like 2 days later. I'm trying to mix it to put it on the episode, and I just told him, I'm like, dude, there's nothing I can do. This is bad. This is real bad.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate because the dude's
Yeah.
he had some good interesting stuff, but you guys would have not been able to understand it.
Yeah. It was just so bad. Like.
Thanks, Travis.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Yeah. That's our like warrior.
Hell yeah. Travis is, I think, seriously, though, very first T-shirt made should go to Travis. I really feel that way. I feel like
100%.
Yeah.
Kentucky X-Files and then Pluto. Like, we stand with Pluto.
I think, super fan.
Well, I actually had an idea for a shirt that literally said, like, Kentucky X-Files plus Travis. You know what I mean? Like, or
nice.
like we do like a family photo and we like, I'm not saying that we're like Facebook stalking him. We're not allowed to say that on here, but we're not. But we get a picture of him and we like superimpose him, like, because he's our best friend.
Right. I like it.
Yeah. And then we go to his house and give it to him.
Yeah, for breakfast.
One of these days, Travis, you just wait.
No.
Wait till the fans demand it.
Right.
I keep pushing it.
No.
One day the fans are going to be like, Travis.
What's Hillbilly Darth Vader?
I think that's what he was calling that, how he was talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was.
Nice.
It was either like a mixture between Darth Vader and Bane. And it was like he was 20 feet away from the phone shouting at his phone with one of those loud horns.
Didn't care who I was until I put the phone on.
Pretty much. You guys don't know Bigfoot. I was born with him.
Oh my
You know what I mean? Like, it was bad.
A huge tangent.
It was so bad. I wish we could have used the episode. Like, it would have been great.
Cat? Yep, that's Cat.
Yeah.
Hi, Cat.
Hello,
Hi,
my
Kat.
love. Wolf's Head Forge and Farm is me and my wife's farm channel, which we've neglected terribly, mainly because I'm usually busy doing podcast stuff. Hi, honey.
Sinner.
Sinner. So, yeah.
So, what else you guys want to talk about? Like, have any other
What was
An episode I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Victoria?
Wasn't that the one where, was that her name? Victoria? Oh, maybe I'm bad with names. And if I got it wrong, I apologize. We recorded, it was a phone call with her.
Yeah.
And she was the one that had the, she wouldn't even admit that it was a Bigfoot. She just said it was a big hairy creature standing out, scared her and her kids.
I thought it was Amy.
No, it started with a V.
Why are we are all terrible with names.
Yeah, I want to say it's...
Yeah, I know the one. That
Yeah.
was a good episode, though.
Was it Victoria?
Because, I noticed while we were recording that, and she's telling us a story, is you guys usually don't get to see this part of it, is the dynamic in the room changes drastically, as we're hearing someone's story.
Yeah. And if we're not using the cameras, we don't turn all the lights on in the garage. So it was like a nice dark.
Yeah, it was
campfire
really
story.
dark, and we're sitting there listening, and she starts laying out her story, and we all are sitting there like, yeah, we just like kind of all went stone faced, and we're just looking at each other like, Jesus, It was that was a pretty intense episode.
That was like episode 38, 39, somewhere in that neck of the woods.
38 and 39.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, probably. Any spoilers for season 2? I can't wait for it. Ooh. For Travis, anything.
Well, there's one major spoiler. Tyler lived.
Yeah. That is. You know what? That's a good thing to bring up. The last midweek, I want to sit here and tell you that video was planned that way, but it wasn't.
Yep.
There's something went wrong with the render. So when you guys see the end of that video, that's actually a mess up in the render. There's another half of that video that's going to be happening season 2. So you get to see the rest of what happened to Tyler that night. It's terrible.
Veronica?
He almost
Veronica
story.
See, I'm bad with names, but I knew it started with a V.
Samsonite.
Right.
I was way off.
Cat says we're quiet.
Yeah, well, it's coming through the phone, so
I wonder if there was a way to like USB from the phone to this.
I wish there was.
Because I mean, you could plug your headphones in and use the thing on a headphone.
Oh
for a
yeah, you
microphone.
could put the. Do you have a widget?
I'm not comfortable talking about my widget.
That doesn't have an iPhone, the headphone jack.
I've
right?
got a widget.
But how are we going to charge it?
Are we allowed to talk about our widgets on the internet?
The widgets, they know what the widget is. It's for the iPhone.
Whoa. Do you kiss your mom with that mouth?
Yes.
Change the title of the stream. What's the title of the stream? We're just lucky we got it to work.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't want to touch it because I'm afraid I'm going to break the stream.
Right.
No, they're just. It just says live.
There's probably like 3 of them or 5
There's
of
4. The first one is we're live. The second one is okay, we're live for real this time. The next one says live, and the next one says live. So you lied to them on the second one.
Right.
Yeah, it's just live.
Yeah.
Travis subscribed to the farm channel. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully that one doesn't become Travis's new favorite and we lose him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But at least he will still be around.
I have to sabotage the farm channel now so we don't lose Travis.
This is live. You know your wife is on the...
Oh,
She is watching.
That was
your jokes.
that was a sound effect. That wasn't real.
I was fooling y'all.
So, season 2 spoilers. Well, Travis, I will say this. For season 2, expect some on-location stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely expect some on-location stuff. We've got a few places that we want to go and actually do a show from there. Honestly, I kept thinking that we would take this setup and go out and set up our mics somewhere on location and do the show. But the more I keep thinking about it, I keep thinking about taking this and setting it up and actually using it to just capture sounds around us while we're, maybe just talking to a camera or something different like that. You know what I mean? Just kind of keeping this part of the podcast kind of anchored to, the mics and all that.
You said anchored.
I was just about to say that.
I'm in your head again.
.fm.
.fm.
Anchor.fm. It's our sponsor. On location. We were planning on, I know there's a few, like the Naughty Pine. It's a restaurant up here on the Licking, and I've actually talked to them a little bit about setting the show up in their place, some cameras, talking to a few of their employees as the night progresses, you know what I mean? Even having some food while we're there, maybe a few drinks, I don't know.
Finally a place in Campbell County that's not Bobby Mackey's.
Yeah. And then I was thinking they're over in the Mount Zion area. They talk a lot about the Black Triangle UFO that people keep seeing. I kept thinking about places nearby. I started looking into Big Bone Lick a little bit.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, why not take the show over to Big Bone?
You're going to get us demonetized.
Sorry. Big Widget Lick.
I feel like that would get us demonetized.
People know where widgets are. You guys told me that. So
I am sorry, guys. I keep kicking the table.
They can't hear that. That's only...
Well, I think they can still hear the...
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a bass drum.
But yeah, so I wanted to go there, maybe do some snooping around there. I just found out something interesting recently. I didn't know this, but the location of the Beverly Hills fire has been flattened, and they're developing like something up there, and that is really interesting to me because, I mean, that's like asking for some kind of ghost stuff to happen.
Isn't there an entire movie based on that premise?
Yeah.
Poltergeist or something? Isn't that one that's kind of
Where
the same thing?
they built they
built on top of a
burial ground.
burial ground,
Native American burial ground or something.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, honestly, it's like, why would you do that? That's the first thing I ask whenever I'm looking at properties. Is there any burial grounds here that I need to know about? I tell you what we can hear, Tyler vaping.
Not the only one vaping.
Dude, you know what, though? That was one of our favorite comments ever. Popcorn lung. I guess, honestly, it's like these folks that are here supporting are awesome, and I don't think we should have a divide between you. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the Denny thing. I'm going to tell you the whole thing. Somebody had sent in a thing telling us their story. They mentioned something about the eyes that they saw. He made a comment not directed at this guy at all. he made a comment saying that most animals that have that kind of eye is a small, feline?
It's reptiles. It's just anything that's hunts in tall grass that's low to the ground because the eye works better.
Now,
that's a physics there.
When you said that,
yeah,
was that a direct insult to this person?
No,
no. But as it progressed, there was some fires, some shots fired back, and we were literally like, "What? Why?" We're not saying that's we're not saying that's what you saw. We're saying that's something that happens.
it's nature.
What the guy saw was a lot bigger, and we acknowledged that in the reading of the story, but. It was kind of taken wrong, and it just seemed like we were just slowly getting negative comments from this person, and we were like, man, that he really took this personal. We weren't making fun of him. It just kind of happened.
I literally had just watched like an hour-long documentary on eyes,
on popcorn lung,
and the shape of them and why they work the way they do. So it was fresh in my head.
So yeah. So I've got comments about me smoking, vaping, all this. It's our show, we're not putting on a production. We're literally sitting here hanging out, talking about the stuff that we find interesting, and we're inviting you along. In all honesty, it's not like we're actually there smoking up your living room. You know what I mean? We're safe. You're good. Guy got butthurt for no reason. Hey man, you kind of called it out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But we were ready for that.
It's whatever, man.
Oh yeah.
Can't please everybody.
Yeah, you can't please everybody, and I know that for one thing too. I know we probably said some type of wrong fact in this podcast.
Oh God, yeah.
I feel like this podcast is not. I want to say it's 50-50 factual because some of it is. I feel like the majority of this show is us speculating.
Well, it's the same as any conversation for anything we've talked about.
Yeah.
We always do the thing where we're like, oh, you remember that thing that happened?
Yeah.
It was like 10 years ago. And then he'll be like, that was like 8 years ago. And then later on, tomorrow we'll be like, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
That's literally what our show is made of.
Right.
So we read stuff, we watch stuff. It's interesting. We talk about it.
It's like I feel like we always say this in the podcast, and we've heard it so many times. We act like we're just talking at work or something with a bunch of guys on break.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So in a way, just literally think that's how this podcast is. Is that you when you're talking to a guys at break, do you have every single facts in your pocket on whatever your guys are going to talk about?
I have a little guy that he comes out of my pocket and he fact checks everything I do. But he gets mad when I smoke.
Is it like a little paper clip?
No, it's an actual little guy.
This is just a little dude. He looks like a figurine. Is that like from the Indian in the cupboard?
Paperclip. I just see a little guy popping out like, you're about to talk some bullshit. Would you like some help?
He's pulls out his little paper, starts flipping through. Nope. Happened in 1902.
Well, as is tradition on our show, why don't you pour us around, Tyler?
Oh, yeah. This is the other part of the tradition. So, but yeah, Travis, you're absolutely right. He got butthurt. I think for no reason, but like I said, I think it's kind of hard to it's difficult to have a two-way conversation from emails to the show. Especially when we respond to your emails on the show. It's hard for someone to interject and be like, no, it wasn't that. It was a lot bigger. So there's a lot of delay and we lose a little translation there, but most of the folks I think that support our show know that our intentions are good at heart. I mean, we're not. I have talked shit about Vic kind of a little bit.
Yeah, we're not trying to intentionally give you false information. It's just a lot of our stuff is more speculation because we're.
It'd be funny if he just started drinking all three of them.
Right.
We're just.
I would have probably died.
right? He just starts
He just
shooting back.
drinks all three of them, puts it all away.
And I'm not even talking to you guys.
To season 1, guys.
Season 1
To you guys too.
into a good season 2.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, it's awesome. So good. I wish you guys could taste that mead.
Taste that mead.
Taste that mead.
It's delicious.
But
I did. I talked a little shit about Vic.
I feel like it was bound to happen
I
because
just couldn't freaking bite my tongue anymore.
I know what I really kind of want to bring this up. I hate the drama that is in these cryptid shows, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to throw I'm not going to throw us in there. If any of the other cryptid shows,
My wife said, "Great, I have to come pick you up now." I'm good.
It's only 13%.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
But yeah, I don't want if
I'll just take
any
the
of
train
the
home.
if any other cryptid shows get butthurt about this, I just hate that the drama that was spooled up, especially with Vic, Dark Waters,
Oh yeah.
and what's the other one?
I still think they're friends.
I
think they're
it's-
friends. I think they're friends.
That's
and
that's for the conspiracy people.
yeah.
Like,
One
but,
day we're gonna have some conspiracy episodes because I think it'd be fun to dive into some of these.
Yeah.
No, literally though, like I have this little thing that goes when a pattern doesn't seem right or something's off. It's like a little spider sense that just starts going to town, and I listen to. What do you think, Ty? I mean, at least a couple hundred of the Dogman encounters.
yeah.
Thanks, Tyler. Or Travis.
Travis.
My name is Tyler.
Yeah. I told you I'm bad with names.
Thank you, Tyler.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's there's like a kind of setting off my spider sense a little bit, and
Yeah.
little details started to kind of not match up with if you talk to someone who's had an encounter with a Dogman, you get a much different story than that whole channel. Now, all I could think of was one of two things. One, because the narratives are so similar, somebody's writing them, I don't know. Or two, he's weeding through all of the emails and stories and getting the ones that fit with the narrative that he wants to put out. But the channel is really successful, so
There was one
do what
thing
you
that
gotta
I
do,
thought,
guess.
I feel like this is, we allow anybody has any type of encounter, if it was a sighting, a sound,
Yeah.
whatever, we allow you on this podcast to tell your story. If you're lying to us, that's on you. That's not on us.
Yeah.
And it's for the viewers to give your assumption, like, do you think they're
Sure.
lying or not? But I'm hearing other cryptid shows, they put people through rigorous, basically background checks to see if they're good to talk to. Like they can
like
actually
how their
how
audience
they're-
will respond
and
to
their
it.
story. If it's actually they have to believe that the story is real or something like that. I don't like how you could be passing over just because this person can't explain it well or something, like, because come
Yeah.
on, it was a traumatizing experience for them to have that. So sometimes they'll get tongue tied,
Yeah.
and you're going to dismiss it just because of just that or something.
Yep.
Like, so I feel like when people put too much on those, I feel like they're trying to control a narrative,
Absolutely.
and
And you
it's
think
bullshit.
about it, that's the thing that I like about how real we are, is because people don't always recount everything that happened
Oh, yeah.
perfectly. They're going to get things mixed up. They're going to get stuff in their own story screwed up, timelines or whatever.
Just
you
like
know?
I was saying, like, because they're
Yeah.
distraught.
Yeah.
Stuff goes wrong. Season 2 spoiler. Sandra has written again.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
I feel like that's a good
Yeah.
spoiler. These guys don't even know that.
I just learned that.
I just found that today. So Sandra did write back, and she has kind of explained what she meant. So it's
cool.
Okay, cool.
it's very-
Okay,
I was
good.
I was a little relieved,
Okay,
But
that's
I
awesome.
figured season 2,
we'll dive into
throw
that.
that out there, and
That's
we
awesome.
all learned that together.
yeah, I found that out before I came here tonight, so that's pretty cool.
But
Travis says you guys definitely aren't like the other cryptid channels, and that's why I like you guys so much. I think by now we like you just as much as you like us.
Even though I forgot your name a second ago while reading the screen.
If you had a podcast, you got fans, buddy.
got a fan.
You got fans. Yes, can't wait to hear from her again. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Here.
I didn't really read the whole thing. It's a much longer email, and I was running behind, so
Yeah.
I just saw where she dived right into what she was talking about. So
Well,
pretty cool. My wife said, "Great, I have to come pick you up now." In regards to the drinking of mead, so
I'm just
Yeah.
saying we acknowledged that like a couple.
just now she's gonna think I'm
I'm
drunk.
Yeah,
You're making it worse.
Oh, my bad.
That was a problem in the stream. That's
It was lag. The
if
Matrix.
you see us
They
drinking
were changing
more, it's just the stream
It's just
cutting up a little bit, and that's all it is.
It's just a
skip 'em
repeat.
back.
It's a repeat, yeah. So,
But I wanted to. This season had so much to it. Like the beginning, the infancy of this podcast. It started with 2 dickheads, and it ended with 3 dickheads.
yeah,
And I want to
we're a
have.
flock.
I
I'd
want
be the
to.
third.
I want to use this time. We're a pod of dickheads.
We're a pod.
But yeah, I want to use this season finale to congratulate Gibbs from joining us.
I don't know if that's a congratulations for him. If anything, it's bringing him down.
But yeah, I just wanted to say like it's awesome that you joined us, and I'm glad that you're actually
He was
having
doing
just
so
some-
good before he joined the channel.
I'm just trying to have a
I
sincere
know. I'm sorry. I'm
thing,
sorry.
and you're killing it.
I'm sorry.
No, I love doing this. I do. It's
And I'm like, it was so funny too. When we finally said like, "Hey, Gibbs, we want you on the show for real," and he came in, guns a-blazing.
Oh, yeah.
He kept like every time we've done like the first podcast that he was officially on the show, he's like, "We need to do this for the show, for our show, for our show." He wasn't that timid person
Yeah,
that
he
he's
was
like.
diving in, man.
Yeah,
and we were really like stoked about it.
yeah.
We're like, yeah, dude, like awesome.
Like at first, I thought he was going to be like, "So like, can we do this with your guys' show?" And this,
Yeah.
like, no, he wasn't like that.
we
He
were
just
dreading that. We were
Yeah.
like, oh man, I hope it's like smooth, and I hope he feels welcome, and then you kind of came in like, what if we do this? And we're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, like felt like we knew we made the right
Made the
call
right-
by
yeah, we-
asking him, like
yeah.
I felt really good about it. Travis says, definitely glad Josh became part of the team. Hell yeah.
hey,
Hell
thanks,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, we're all glad. We're glad to have Josh with us. And then also too, if I'm gonna come out and just say this is it's really cold out there, and location wise, Josh kind of saved the show because I think that because of weather, there would have been a lot longer delays in the recordings and such.
Yeah.
Josh is like, hey, you know what? It's shitty outside. Come over, let's do it in the garage. Well, then one weekend became 2 weekends, and then he's setting up tables and bringing out meads and stuff, and it's like, I guess we're just here now. And Josh is,
He was giving us summer sausage. and
Yeah.
we're not supposed to talk about that.
it was food.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah,
it's
yeah.
warm out, I grill a lot. So, but yeah,
Clearing the air
it's
there.
great doing it here for the Wi-Fi and the temperature, but there is no phone service.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Josh came in like a wrecking ball.
I think you need to hit that higher.
I can't hit the highs anymore. Hey, you know what? I wanted to say a couple big thank yous to. Okay, for one,
So can I start making fun of it while you're doing that?
Lee Woods.
Ha! That's so funny, Lee.
It's
No.
not- when you do it, it's tragic.
I'm sorry, but yeah, Lee.
Lee Woods, man, first episode out.
First episode.
I mean, Lee jumps right in, starts just educating us. We're sitting there like, I remember us sitting there. He starts telling us what like his encounters and things.
You
and
saw
I remember
Bigfoot?
Me and you were sitting there looking at each other like, "This is awesome," and we were so into it, like.
And you know what? I'm actually gonna disclose this. In that first episode, I said something along the lines of, "Our cave system, it's over 4,000 miles or something." It's clearly not. He's made a joke. He's been making this joke for over a year now.
Every time Tyler measures anything, I'm like, it's 4,000 caves big.
Yeah.
And he hates me because of it, but
Yeah. See, I told you, this is not like 100% factual. Sometimes it gets lost in translation.
It was a slip of the tongue,
It was our first episode.
It was first episode. We didn't know. It was just funny because this went on for months.
Yes.
Like anytime he went to measure or talk about the size of something, I was like, "It's that many caves big."
It's 400,000.
400,000 million caves big.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I hate you so much." Which, I deserved that. It was terrible.
So yeah.
Another shout out to Robert Swan. Swan Lake. Robert Judd Swan Lake. Why do I keep doing that?
We can't do names live.
We're
Well,
terrible.
I think you were trying to put his actual
Robert
show
at Swan Lake.
Yeah, you were trying to put his show's
Swan
name
Lake
as his
Bigfoot.
last name.
Yeah, I don't know. Robert Swan is a cool name though.
Yeah.
It sounds like a gunslinger, like a
Robert Swan, or like a
Sheriff Robert Swan.
You guys need to get out of town.
There's a Bigfoot in them hills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is Bigfoot country.
Robert's been killing it over there, and we're freaking stoked for him. I tried to get him on tonight. He's got way too much stuff going on, so we are going to aggravate him to hell and back on season 2 to get on here with us, and I've got some ideas for that. So if you guys, I don't know, if you haven't been to his channel yet, Robert has an amazing, he almost has like a Gibbs beard going on. It's almost there, but when you see him, he's awesome. Like, we actually had him on video, but we had no way of getting that video onto the episode. But now we're a little bit better at this,
No, we had him on an episode. You filmed the whole thing.
Did I?
Yeah, you OBS'd it.
But I only used the audio.
No, we did the whole thing.
Did we really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure?
We just didn't use our, because we couldn't find cameras at the time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So maybe you did see him. But anyway, Robert's awesome. I wanted to shout him out. He's doing great, and definitely going to bug the holy shit out of him to get back on here.
Yeah, his channel has been blowing up this year, so it's good on him, man. Like,
Absolutely.
it's actually like awesome to see that it. I remember he jumped on to the show, and he only had like 75 people subscribed.
Yeah.
Now he's over 2,000.
Oh yeah, he jumped like crazy.
He's killing it, man.
And his videos too. I mean, there's some stuff
Yeah.
going on where one of the latest ones he did, the thing that he has in the background, like where he's trying to show you, it actually fits the body style I've been looking for
the male.
Yeah, for the male. So that's something I want to dive into a lot more in season 2. Also, is the sexual dimorphism between the male and female. I want to go into that big time because I really feel like 90% of our hoaxers, or maybe more of them, aren't taking that into account. So that's why you're seeing the same kind of gorilla suit looking Bigfoots over and over again in some of these videos. I don't think the males are easy to catch, to see. I just don't see them as moving around a lot. I think they kind of just hang out in a spot.
They just chill.
They just chill. Speaking of Sasquatches that hang out in a spot, Todd Standing, I talk shit about him too, which I didn't mean to, but if it doesn't blink at all, and it doesn't move at all, it's probably not a Bigfoot.
That's something I definitely want to dive into more in
Yeah.
season 2 is peer reviews, whether it's asked for or not.
Yeah.
Just start calling some people out on some of the BS.
Because there's so much of it. There's one channel right now that I would love to go just start at their very first video and just start destroying them just one by one. And I would love to do that, but I feel like eventually it would fatigue me and you guys. You know, if I just constantly am going after this one. I'm right there with you on Todd Standing. Yeah, I feel like people are over it, you know. I'm not saying that he never saw anything, you know. I wanted to set the record on that. My personal opinion is he probably experienced something in his, you know, in the past. And I mean, if you're doing this for 20, there's not a lot of money to be made in the Bigfoot thing, right? I've looked into this. You almost do better just going and working for Amazon. There's not a whole lot to make from it. But if you're doing this for 20 something years, that's getting into obsession, you know, passion territory. So I feel like he saw something and he just does what he can to keep it funded and keep it going, you know?
So just in case if he can finally catch it.
Dude, seriously. I mean, okay, right now it's cold and it's shitty and it's rainy. You want to go out there and look for Bigfoots with me? I don't really want to go out there right now. It's crappy out there.
Okay.
It's not nice. Okay, that dude is out there all the time. You know, these guys are out there doing this all the time, and I'm like, okay, there's a certain point where it's like, are you just going out there to have fun with the subject, or are you really obsessed and you're trying to find it? So that's where I'm kind of, you know, on the whole Todd Standing thing. I'm not saying that I think he's like, you know, a complete like turd or whatever. I'm just saying that I think he saw something once and he's been trying to catch it again ever since. Yeah. It probably was the one time he didn't have a way of taking a picture of it, because that's usually how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's definitely at least one channel that I'd like to go after, but I can't remember the name of it. I really can't. I wish I could.
Is it CZ TV?
Maybe. Yeah.
Coming for you, CZ.
Yeah. All the Dogman stuff that they put out, the Bigfoot stuff.
This is inevitable.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Here comes the red spectrum.
At some point, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
And the bad part for me is like, you know, I'm actually a little like, I don't want to debunk these. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't really want to do it, but I feel like I have to. If it's just complete garbage, it needs to be called out so we can just off the table.
Right.
But it's a bummer because I'm looking for that one thing that just stumps me.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been a few, you know.
And I sent you guys the link to the one, the famous mushroom hunter that hears the Bigfoot yell.
Oh.
I sent you the link to where we discovered where that yell came from, didn't I? The other channel. I don't know if I can remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he discovered, it was like an old dinosaur movie from the 50s.
They took it came from a different thing. Yeah. Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about the Thinker Thunker tree shaking video? There's
tree shaking or tree throwing?
Yeah, the tree throwing video is pretty wild, but the tree shaking one, there's been a few things that have come to light on that one. We didn't actually touch on the tree shaking video on the season 1. What I discovered is there's a clip of the tree shaking that's going around all of the cryptid communities, Bigfoot, you know, groups and all that. And all it's showing is this tree shaking like crazy. There's another clip that's going around kind of a logging community thing, you know, and it actually has the video zoomed out, and you can see them actually pushing trees down, and you can actually see that tree getting pulled out of the ground and then delimbed and whatnot. So at first glance, it's real zoomed in and it shows the tree shaking, but the other video shows the zoomed out.
Is this the drone video from over top?
Yeah.
Okay, I know the one you're talking about.
That's kind of one of them ones
yeah,
where
it's
they
tree shaking coming to a state near you, kind of like
yeah.
the Bigfoot that was in every state on every lake.
Yeah, what was up with that, man? That shit went viral.
Yeah, and that was an old clip. Like, that was years ago, and all of a sudden it just came back around.
It's like the, what was it, the, what the hell was the, it's like the $6 Million Man or something? Remember when he like, fights Bigfoot? Bigfoot fights a bear.
Yeah.
So somebody took a clip of the bear, like a picture of the bear and the Bigfoot fighting in the show, and they just sent it around to all these, and people were like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's the real thing." And I'm like, "Dudes, come on, like really?
That's from a '70s TV show.
That's not real. that's. Damn, I was hoping that video was legit. Me too, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a bummer,
Travis brings up another thing. Like, there was a couple of things on the show that we thought were really legit.
Yeah.
And it got squashed in
The
like
911 call.
Yeah, the 911 call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Landis
ruined that one for
Yeah.
me.
Iowa Bigfoot, where you
Yeah.
and I talked about his penis for an hour and a half.
It looked like it was there.
I thought it was there.
I saw it, and I was just a person that watched the show.
Yeah, we're like, dude, that's a Bigfoot weenus right there. We
I
were
feel bad 'cause
literally.
I was the one that discovered that it was a fake. I found the links. And
Animation.
The only part of the whole thing that I feel really terrible about is that me and him talked about it for almost 2 hours.
right.
I wish we could have discovered that then, so we could have just been like, that's not a real Bigfoot, Tweety Weedy.
Yeah.
That's not Bigfoot's widget.
I'm just.
It wasn't
Well,
a Bigfoot
I am saying,
widget.
like, I really do like my thumbnail on that one. I always thought it was funny.
I actually, somebody on I think it was the Bigfoot is Dangerous Facebook group. This was actually something behind the scenes that you guys didn't get to hear about, but hey, it's live and it's the season finale, so let's just spill it all, right? They were talking about that same video, the Idaho Bigfoot, and they were sending pictures back and forth, and there was all these comments, and I'm like, oh wow, we just did a show about this. I'll send the link over. I sent the link over, and the lady that runs that page chewed my ass out. Like, she went like 0 to 100 on me. She's like, this is disgusting, and you don't need to do blah, 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 and you're sending, blah, blah, blah about Bigfoot's penis, and I'm like, whoa. It's not, it's kind of about that, but it's relevant to what you guys are talking about.
Right. I mean,
you guys are talking about like how hairy he is. I'm saying that, look, there's actual biological parts here that are moving. So it would have been avoidable.
Right.
We could have just debunked it sooner.
Then I posted that same episode on Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit.
And
Reddit tore it up.
Reddit tore it up.
Yeah.
It was a lot of young kids just making wiener jokes.
Yeah. I liked how on the one where I had my son kind of frame by frame, with the Bigfoot throwing the rock, and we kind of figured out the speed based on each frame and the distance. And I liked how I put a clip of a gorilla in.
Yep.
And if you listen to the show, we actually say like, oh, well, yeah, all gorillas throw things like this. So it shows a gorilla for a second, reference. Some guy didn't even watch the video, skipped right to that part and was like, that's a gorilla, right? And we're like, you got us.
Really? Oh my God!
We were trying to pull one on you, but
And then the funny thing is, he comments back. He's like, "Oh, sorry, you guys were just using it as a reference."
Yeah. We're like, thanks,
Wow.
buddy. Appreciate it.
The things you learn when you actually watch the whole video.
right.
What was your favorite comment all year? Do you have one? I have one. I think everybody knows mine because I've said it twice on the channel, and I want to get a tattoo of it.
Popcorn one?
No, that was pretty funny, but no. It was when actually it was me and Gibbs were working. We were sitting here talking back and forth about the comparison of the Brittany, hey, the kangaroo similarity to the dog man. Big black claws, ripped, and an attitude problem, right? They have the grin. Everything
The
was
red
matching
eyes,
up.
everything matched up.
Somebody, I can't even remember the name now, gets on the comments of the video and says, "Kangaroos loose in the United States? Come on."
Get real.
And I'm like, I remember saying this to you guys. I'm like, that's where we draw the line in the sand?
Right.
We don't draw the line in the sand at 6 foot ripped dog man. It's kangaroos is where we're okay. Oh, okay. You know, well, whatever. I mean, I don't want to step on any toes, but holy shit. That was my absolute favorite comment of the year. And, you know, I kind of hope that I often hope that guy comes back around so he can chime in again about that one because I was like, there's no way he's serious.
Well, and that was that before I was full blown on? Was that me and you just?
Yeah, we were just bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I like called each other on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And we're going over all that, and then you put the episode. I wasn't even on the show yet.
Yeah, you weren't on yet, but we were going back and forth because I was like enhancing the. It was all.
Yeah.
What was it? It was a Dark Waters video or something where
it goes way back to that guy from Florida.
Yeah, what the hell was that guy's name?
I found him. I found him on Facebook.
We definitely need to avoid all topics about names.
Yeah. We're really bad at names.
We were really bad at names.
They can be in front of us and we'll still screw them up.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was like he was walking out back and he's like, what is that? And it just like runs past, and frame by frame, it was like, dude, look at that leg, man. That's a hop.
Yeah,
it's hopping, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you showed it in that, that's, I guess you like did some type of inverted,
red spectrum.
Yeah, the red spectrum.
Well, it was
and then,
pink.
Yeah, it was like pinkish.
Yeah, but it was like street light red.
But yeah, he seeing that, you can clearly it looks like it's hopping, and plus you can faintly see a shadow of a tail.
And I was pretty hung up for a while that it was an ostrich.
Yeah,
I was pretty hung up on that. I was like, that's an ostrich.
Yeah, because that's what we went with originally, and then we started looking at other things that get loose in the States, and I started pulling up kangaroos, and you started looking at kangaroos.
We were delivering for Amazon and drove past an ostrich farm in Indiana.
Yeah.
Remember this? There was just big-ass ostriches just hanging out in this field, and we're like, huh. Ostriches. Okay. I mean, dude, there's a Tiger King. There's people that have tigers.
Right.
There's an ostrich king.
There's an ostrich king out there somewhere. And he's hopefully, I mean, I don't know what they're doing with like, what do you do with ostriches? Do you eat them?
Eggs.
Oh, my God.
Make boots out of them.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, those are nice boots. Dude, could you imagine making an omelet out of an ostrich egg? You could feed the whole family with one egg.
like the Flintstones.
Oh, dude. I know this is like way off topic, but I feel like this deserves mention. French toast. You just break off the top of the ostrich egg and just dip the bread in it. French toast, man. When your egg's empty, grab another one. That's awesome. Maybe ostriches is where it needs to be. I don't know.
That is.
I know that people raise like emus and stuff, and then I found a thing where it was talking about.
We're doing pretty good, Brittany. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow, your phone's faster than mine.
Way faster. But yeah, there's people that raise emus and stuff, and those things get like really aggressive. And then I found an article about people who had kangaroos as pets and turned them loose.
Yeah,
and now there's like a population of them.
Yeah, there's a word for it too, isn't it? It's
errant kangaroos.
Errant kangaroos, yeah.
And I kept calling it aberrant kangaroos for a while, like they were mutated or something. We used to have emus when I was growing up. There you go.
They're not kangaroos.
No, they're not.
No.
They are close to an ostrich.
I had a guy tell me one time the llamas laid eggs.
Okay, I guess you guys didn't understand what I was saying there.
What?
It's a
not kangaroos.
Not kangaroo.
Oh.
Like a not deer.
Ugh. That whole not deer thing, it still gets me. There's just, yeah. Help me, Tyler. Help me.
Yeah, but knows my name.
I'm a not deer. They are huge too. I know. It's like raising dinosaurs.
There was a ostrich farm maybe 2 miles from here,
Okay.
up around the corner.
The cowman got you that night. So imagine,
Right.
you're watching TV, and you look out your window, and there's a freaking ostrich staring at you.
Right.
And then it goes, "Help me, Josh."
Okay, if it's speaking,
Be a nostrich.
an ostrich.
You heard that here first, folks. Nostrich. Flamingo farms? Those are a weird bird.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why does it stand on one leg for a while?
I don't know. I know this is dumb, but when I was a kid growing up, I used to think that the one leg thing was because its foot was numb. Like, you know how like you're like, oh, my foot's numb, and you're like, oh, and you're like, you know.
Would
I
you
kept
stand on
thinking,
your one foot for hours?
You know, this is kind of probably a terrible time to admit this, but my wallet makes my butt cheeks go numb sometimes. My right butt cheek is
That's
numb.
That's pretty
mine
common.
is right now.
That's pretty common.
That's pretty common.
I was pretty embarrassed to admit that for a second, but now I feel a lot better about it.
I feel like I have like an indention in my right butt cheek because of my wallet.
What about the screenshot I sent you of the video with the name Cowman in it?
Yeah.
Dude, Cowman needs to be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We need to get T-shirts. The Pluto, we stand with Pluto. Never gonna leave Pluto behind.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't care what them freaking scientists say.
and me like I know you've been talking about it a while. I think this is going to happen for season 2. We might be doing some type of membership
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I've been wanting to work on that.
So
You
we're
know.
going to be working on that too to see if you guys just want to support the channel and maybe get some early access to certain things.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to try to work on like a special T-shirt, like the Cage Rattler T-shirt.
Yeah.
For the one of the bigger, like high
Oh,
tier.
hell yeah,
You get a
definitely.
T-shirt for that.
Yeah.
Where is it they call Bigfoot El Nasty?
I was trying to figure that one out too. I'm like, I have no idea where
El Nasty. That's a cool name though.
You would think it would be like American Southwest somewhere.
That's like you should actually name your El Camino El Nasty. El Nasty.
That's cool.
Nice.
And there's some weird names all over the country for some of these things.
Like Wood Booger.
Wood Booger is a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Skunk Ape.
You know what? Every time I hear Wood Booger, I just think of like a really good chainsaw.
Right.
Like, let me go grab my Wood Booger and we'll take that tree down.
We'll take
You know
that
what I mean?
tree down in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Get the 2-cycle.
I still
Wood
like Skunk Ape though.
Yeah.
Skunk Ape's a good one. Because like to me that one's more like okay, that one makes sense.
What was in all the cryptids that we talked about, what's the weirdest name? I think we all agree on Wampus Cat.
The Wampus Cat, yeah.
That's a weird name. Like, because I feel like just because we were saying Catty Wampus.
Oh yeah, Cattywampus all
It's,
the time. I
yeah.
think we did it several times.
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
we definitely did.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
think that's where it came from?
I do think it.
I'd say that
Because-
there's definitely a tie.
There has
Because
to
you got to
be.
think about it. That cat, like, it has 6 legs, right?
Yeah.
And if something's like off, like we always said it when we were making knives. Like if it like had like a weird thing or somebody measured something wrong and it's like slanted, that's cattywampus because
Yeah.
it doesn't look right.
Well, you can get cattywampus in a vehicle too, and that's when it's you're drifting sideways, like in
Yeah.
a parking lot or in a mud bog or something. Yeah.
Mudbug.
There has to be some
I just-
connection
yeah,
to it.
that
I
has
just
to be.
my brain can't.
I just don't understand
can't
why did
figure
they
it out.
switch. Like why
don't know.
did they put the cat in front of?
Maybe they were like looking at something, like they were working on a house and it was off level, and they were like, "Man, that's Wampus Cat." And they were like, "Where?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, hey, that's not what I meant.
That's cattywampus.
That's Cattywampus." And they were
Okay.
like, "Oh,
Thank you.
I thought we were about to die."
What you were talking about
Yeah. Definitely need to find a graphic designer to get some different shirt ideas we can vote on. That's a good idea.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Throw it out there. Let the peoples decide.
Oh yeah, I
And
like
then
that.
if it doesn't go with the Pluto, I'll just go in and sabotage the vote.
Just put a bot on it. Random bots. Click, 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 click.
I'm not gonna do that.
We got 1,400 subscribers. We got 3,000 votes for Pluto.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird.
It's weird. Maybe Biden came in and brought some supporters to help or something. I don't know.
Hey,
That's a bad joke.
This
I'm sorry.
question's for Gibbs.
It took so long to get here.
Oh, my bad.
You gotta put more stamps on that.
What are we drinking? We are drinking my hint of blackberry mead that I brew. Hob.
Old Hob.
Old Hob.
I love how he got like all distinguished there.
Yeah.
We are drinking my hint of blackberry.
It was because I was running out of breath because I've been sick for a week. I wish I was really that
I don't know
debonair.
like when
That comment's for you.
Yeah, popcorn lung. Don't be making fun of my cat. Let's go, Brandon. That's freaking awesome.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're saying, let's go, Brandon.
let's go, Brandon.
It's delicious. Yeah, it is really good. I mean, I'm kind of tooting my own meat horn here on that one, but it's see where I would do that?
Horn, yeah.
But it's really good.
You didn't see that? The let's go, Brandon thing?
What's that?
It was, I know you know what I'm
I
talking
know
about,
you
right?
know, yeah.
I didn't see the whole thing. You want to tell him?
I mean, basically,
It's freaking great.
so a guy named Brandon, NASCAR driver, wins a race,
Yeah.
and there's a reporter interviewing him, and
Yeah.
the entire racetrack is screaming F Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And the reporter's like, they're yelling, let's go Brandon for you, buddy. That's how it all started.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that last one sounded like she went out of tune.
Ooh, she did. There it
I'm
is.
sorry, I'm not on the interwebs that much.
It's true. He's in our group chat, and he only responds about every...
Because the conversation resolves itself before I even get in there. You guys like type like super fast. I'm not text-C savvy. Sometimes I use my speech to text, and sometimes that doesn't even freaking type right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I know sometimes it's funny to me when it goes on for a minute. I'm used to it because I know you're doing shit, and you usually get back when you get back.
Yeah.
But it's funny to me because he's not yet, and I love it when it goes on for a little bit, and then he calls you out on it, and I'm sitting there like. Because he's like, Tyler hasn't even responded. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, he sucks. We have a lot of fun though. We have a lot. I've had a really good time doing this podcast,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to get into season 2.
Oh, we got one little spoiler, too, that's because we were talking about El Nasty, apparently.
El Nasty.
We do have the requested walk-around description video
Yep.
of the El Camino.
Yep. It will be up soon. It will probably be in the because you guys know that this recording is Monday's episode. It is the last one for this year, so there's going to be a couple of YouTube videos that'll pop up in between now and our. Well, I'm sure we're going to announce the start of season 2, but in place of the midweeks, you'll see the walk around video, and I'm going to go through and cut some highlights from season 1 together and put out a couple, episodes, just kind of some favorites, you know what I mean, fan favorites and stuff like that to carry us over into season 2, and then season 2. I'm sure once we've settled on when, because we got the holidays coming, we got Christmas coming, New Year's is coming. things are going to get a little bit crazy, and then, you know, as we progress out of Christmas time and back into normal, ordinary time, then I feel like we'll have a better idea of when we can put an announcement out for season 2 start date and get in here and get to work, you know.
Yeah.
So hopefully that keeps you guys kind of tied over. We don't want to leave you hanging too long, but you know, we've worked our butts off to do this year. I mean, it's been a lot of. I know there's been a couple nights where we were literally stressed. We stressed ourselves out. Where we got here and we're like, oh man, because we're like, we don't want to make a show or an episode for you guys if there's nothing substantial to it.
Yeah. Except for maybe this one, because it's just like
this is kind of just a wind down, you know. I feel like this one's more of a celebration.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree.
But it's exactly it, Brittany. It's a couple of little appetizer videos, just something to wet the palate a little bit. You know?
Wet the beak.
Yeah, just
It's kind of going to. Lost.
Yeah, there was one more thing I know we want to do here eventually is I know I don't know how much longer you guys want to keep going with this. I know our recording for Monday's episode's probably getting there, but at some point, whenever we have a little something we want to play for you guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but all the music on the podcast is all original stuff. Most of the time, it's kind of a convenience thing more than anything. It's that I mean, we're all musicians, and you know, we're not rich, and it's hard to get copyright on music for a podcast. So, what do you do when you're a bunch of musicians? You know, you put music together. So. Everything from the intro music to some of the weirder music that you hear during some of the episodes and the outro stuff, all original music, and I don't know, it just worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it just works. You know, it was cool. Like one piece was what was it called? Noble Beast, which there's no way for me to put the names of them on the episodes, but I actually got a lot of comments. From in messages from people saying like, dude, I really like that outro.
Yeah, I've heard it from
I'm
fans
like,
as well.
Wow, really? You know, like that's really cool.
Yeah.
Noble Beast was I don't know what the last episode that it was in. I can't remember what episode I put it in last, but Noble Beast was written about 2 days after the best dog in the world I ever had passed away. He was an Alaskan Malamute, big fella, raised him from a puppy. He passed away, and I sat there, and I just started playing this song, and it just kind of I just droned it, you know, and now it's like every time I play it, I think about him, but for me, it's kind of cool because it's got a really cool, you know, vibe to it that, you know, I really like the Midweek Mysteries intro music. Do you like that? I've been wondering about that because I thought it was kind of.
Is that the bone? Yeah, the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's. I know. I'm sure it'll have a different name one day, but it's supposed to be called "Where You Find My Bones." So. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Brittany says, "I've enjoyed it. Y'all have some interesting conversations." I was just hoping that we didn't. You know, make you guys dumber for watching us. You know what I mean? Because I know sometimes we get into it. Like, we get into it. You know? But, yeah, what do you guys think? You want to play Valhalla for these guys one time and then tell them good night?
I'm going to have to change positions because I have my mic.
Well, what do you guys... You guys want to hear one before we say good night? You let us know. Tell us. I was worried about you all during the storms last. Yeah, it was.
It was close.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, the town of Mayfield, Kentucky, was damn near destroyed, and there's still missing people. Definitely, you know, sending prayers and our hearts go out to them. And just at work this last week, there's some talk going around about sending some aid down there, and I went ahead and put my name on it that if they need an extra set of hands, I'll go and I'll help out. But it's like, I mean, there's people that are literally their homes are gone. I thought, man,
But your work will allow you to go.
Yeah, they sent a lot of drivers to a couple different things.
I feel like that's the bad thing. Like, everybody would like to show a helping hand, but like a business like that will allow you to miss some work days to go help.
It's considered a work day because
I get you, but
it's just like Dasani's and drinks. They're just going around to the different.
That's
shelters,
what I'm kind of saying is that they would give you, like, you're able to do that, and it's not like missing.
Yeah,
it's not like because.
Well, nothing's certain yet, though.
But yeah, I get you.
There's a distribution plant down there, and they have drivers, so it's one of them things where it might be, it might be taken care of. So if not, then there's a few of us, that decided that we would lend a hand if we can,
Right.
All right, so we got a few people that want to hear some. Did you hear about the candy factory in Kentucky that threatened to fire their employees that tried to leave?
Yes.
Did hear about
There's
that.
a lawsuit.
Shame on them.
Yes.
It's terrible. I heard somewhere that an Amazon building came down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And trapped a bunch of people in it. I don't know. I'd never heard anything else. Like if they got out or
Yeah, I think Landis actually told me that one.
Jesus. Yeah, it was terrible. Those storms were horrendous.
You guys gonna record this too, or you? So should I even put the mic on it?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, it'll pick up, but
Oh yeah, that'll pick up for sure.
You think they'll hear it on your phone?
on the phone it's going to be a little different. That's going to be a lot louder than these are.
Yeah. Play a little softer and we'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
So if the mix is bad on the phone audio, then Monday morning you'll have a better mix of it coming in.
And to be fair, we've had about 3 seconds to practice this.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. That feels weird without Catherine introing it. You are listening.
I can try.
All right. Do your best Catherine impersonation.
You are now listening to the Kentucky X-Files
That was pretty good.
That's not bad.
with your hosts,
She's going to be like,
Dennis
she's going to come after him.
Mays, Tyler Stewart,
Stewart.
and Josh Gibbs. Now, on to the show.
She's going to come at you, man. Like you're coming in on her territory.
That's copyrighted material.
Paid for it.
Hopefully she doesn't ever watch this because I'm pretty sure she's gonna put a hit on Tyler. She'll be like, man. All right. You guys, we appreciate it. And everybody who's listening to this episode, hopefully you enjoyed it too. Thank you for sticking with us for this first year. And thank you for making our little podcast into something bigger, you know?
Way bigger than I actually thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
Like, if anything, I think it would have took a lot longer than what it grew to be to, like, this year.
Yeah.
So, much love going out to you guys. Because it's like you said, like, we're just bullshitting and talking, but everybody is having such a positive reaction to our conversation, and I really feel like it's awesome to help out people that's having a tough time to figure out what they saw or what they heard. So I'm glad that we can at least help in some way. So
absolutely,
I'm glad that you guys are here, and I can't wait for season 2 and the seasons to come too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2 and beyond.
And beyond. Just like what was that guy? I can't remember his name now.
Buzz Lightyear?
No. The guy that sent us the message on Anchor.
Oh God. Here we are with names again.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said something.
It was awesome guy.
Yeah. Total awesome guy.
Awesome guy. Oh God. This is terrible.
Yeah,
so embarrassing.
He believes that we're going to be in go to season 25 and beyond.
That guy's got a lot of faith.
Yeah, because that's going to put us in our 60s.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'll be only 50.
Well, I tell you what, guys. I don't got nothing else. You guys anything else?
No, man.
Thanks for being a part of our band of misfits. That's
absolutely.
For sure.
So you guys have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Take care of each other, and we'll see you on season 2.
Marinara.
I knew you were going to say it. I was waiting for it.
Marinara.